Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's the King of 161st Street, and I am here to recap the opening series of the season. Yankees versus Boston, biggest rivalry in baseball, and the Yankees win the series. So this is the format we're going to go with for during the season. Usually Monday ends a series, so we're going to be talking about the series that just passed on Monday. Wednesday, we're going to be talking about that series that we're most likely in the middle of. And on Friday, we talk about the week as a whole and the series we're most likely going into. Just wanted to keep you guys up to date on where this channel is going now that the season has officially started. So hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that bell notification because we're going to be posting every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, like I said. You don't want to miss a single video. Let's get into it. The Friday game that was moved from Thursday, opening day, I was there. The stadium was electric the entire time. Everything was so intense. Sort of felt like a playoff game. Not totally, but you get what I mean. Just that intensity, and I think people were just hungry for baseball to come back, and I love that. Garrett Cole comes out, bam, 4 straight hits, gives up 3 runs without recording an out. But after that, after he gave up that 3rd run, he settles in and he looks perfectly fine. So I don't know if I'm really concerned about Cole because Boston has been a little bit of an issue for him, which is a concern. But the fact that he was able to, especially second time through the order, but sort of towards like the 7, 8, 9 guys, once he got there, he was cruising after that. For the amount of time he was in. But the group I have to give that game to in terms of pitching, our bullpen. Man, there is still an argument the Yankees have to have the best bullpen in the game. And they don't have the star names other than Chapman that you really look at and say like the world knows about. The rest of the league doesn't really know about Michael King. The rest of the league doesn't really know about our guys. And so the fact that they're still able to produce to the point where they went 6 straight innings without allowing a run in a game where they really weren't supposed to look to get up until about the 5th or 6th. That's a true bullpen right there. And they proved a lot in that game. Josh Donaldson coming up big with the walk-off. But really the story of that game was Anthony Rizzo and Giancarlo Stanton. Especially looking back now, they're on fire. They're locked in. Both of them deserve series MVP. And it's not even close. Man, the Stanton had a home run that I think was only a home run in Yankee Stadium. DJ LeMahieu, the same thing. But Anthony Rizzo hit a home run that was a homer in 24 of 30 ballparks. So it's not like these guys are hitting, not like all these guys are hitting just porch jobs. But I also wanted to look back at the stats of this series for Rizzo and for Stanton. Anthony Rizzo in 10 at-bats had a 300 batting average, so he was 3 for 10 in the series. 2 of them being home runs, 6 RBIs, and that equates to a 1,400 OPS. Absolutely insane. Giancarlo Stanton, 13 at-bats, 385 average. So that's about, I would say, 4 or 5, I think 5 of 13, somewhere close to that. 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, a 1231 OPS. Both of these guys raked this series. Game 2 really looks similar to the first game, except Severino has an amazing opening inning. Second inning, gets really caught with the foul ball bug. He really couldn't find that put away pitch, and that costed him. Early on in that inning, gives up a 2-run homer, but I really say that costed him is because he got taken out in like the 4th inning when he still looked really good, and that's because his pitch count was just through the roof. But again, Anthony Rizzo comes out in the 3rd, I believe, or no, it was a little later. Ties the game, home run. All his home runs this series look just the same. Anthony Rizzo, he gets a pitch that's about belt high inside, and he turns on it, and he smacks it out towards the bleachers. All 3 home runs look the exact same. And Giancarlo Stanton comes up with Aaron Judge on base. You could tell in that at-bat that the Red Sox were trying to pitch him away because Stanton in that at-bat was really pulling his leg back. So he was trying to pull the ball. They were trying to get him to try and swing at a pitch outside so he couldn't get to it. Nick Pivetta misses his spot, and Stanton pulls that 460-something feet. We have the lead. We take that game. Chapman gets his first save. He looks really good so far. Other than the first pitch of opening day where he threw it to the backstop, he's looked really sharp. I'm really liking how this bullpen is looking. And to break down this 3rd game, and then I'll let you guys go. 3rd game, we got caught with a lot of bad luck. Now, I won't say the whole game is based off of bad luck, because even with the bad luck we had, we still got opportunities with men on base, and we didn't come through. But bad luck in terms of Jordan Montgomery in the 1st inning gets hit with a ball going 102 miles an hour at his knee, toward like the back of the knee. And that sort of screwed him up the entire inning, as he ended up giving up 2 runs. And the Yankees made it interesting. They did make it interesting. They started situationally hitting. There were a lot of opportunities the Yankees had, like 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. Guy would strike out, and then a pop. The one thing we did a lot yesterday was pop up in the infield. But I will say this, the Red Sox starter, Tanner Houck, he has some nasty stuff. His shit is crazy how nasty it is. The way he's able to get break on that fastball as well, that 2-seam, just going out and in. Oh my goodness. It was some really good pitching by Boston, as well as untimely outs. Unlucky in terms of we had to go to our bullpen again. And our bullpen, going in for the 3rd time around, finally gave up a couple runs. But I'm still confident in the fact that we were able to fight for all 3 games, really. We really fought. The 3rd game, our bats sort of died late. But for both of the first 2 games, we fought and we scratched and clawed to a win. In the 3rd game, we scratched and clawed, but it just didn't come out on top. Still gives me a lot of confidence. Starters have to give the batters at least a couple innings to try and get going. That's my only real concern right now. But it's not really a concern because I'm not really putting too much weight on Garrett Cole giving up 3 early, or Sevy. Sevy, this was his first start since the 2019 playoffs. So, I mean, yes, there's going to be a little bit of rust. But for that being his first start since 2019, he looked really good. And I think this rotation is going to be perfectly fine if we get a fifth starter. Unless they're using Cortez as an opener. If they're using Cortez as an opener, then this rotation's fine if Severino is back to at least like 70% of his old self. This team is good. And I told you this before. I think they're the best team in the AL East. The Blue Jays just showed what I thought their flaws were. Their bullpen. Their bullpen sucks, and their starting pitching is not that great other than Kevin Gausman. I am not a believer in Yusei Kikuchi. Kikuchi had a few bad years out in Seattle. And Seattle's a hitter-friendly park. Or a pitcher-friendly park, I should say. So, take that as you will. Tonight starts a big series against Toronto, which we'll see what we're made of now. So, I will see you guys Wednesday to recap the first 2 games of that series. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this recap of the Boston series. If you did, if you didn't before, leave a like down below, hit that sub button, hit that bell notification, and click all so you don't miss any videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And yeah, till next time, I'm out of here. Peace.